What's up, guys? We're gonna get started on... Good morning, guys. We just got started on another video. We're gonna be doing tips for beginner lifters. Now, I think when I first started, these would have been tips that were helpful to me. Now, I'm not gonna go super into detail about everything, but this is stuff that you guys need to know when you're first getting started out. First things first, we bought the iPhone 14. I'm gonna be using that for the 4K and cinematic mode, just like those videos I like to watch on the side. And we're gonna get started on the tips. All right, first thing we're gonna start on is Gymtimidation. I think it's a big thing a lot of beginner lifters worry about, and something experienced lifters learn to deal with. Now, I think it's really important to just learn to deal with it, learn to accept it, and it's a part of everyone's life. Eventually you'll get to that point where it doesn't matter and you don't care about it, but there's still days it's still there. I know 3-year-plus lifters who still feel that kind of thing, so don't worry about it. Don't focus on it a ton. Focus on yourself. It's an important thing that you're going to the gym at all, and you started this journey for yourself, so get started on it and don't worry what everyone else thinks. If you have a lot of issues with it, bring a friend, bring somebody that is important to you that can, give you a little bit of comfort each other. And, you got to get started somewhere. And, if you can bring a friend and bring somebody else that wants to get started too, all the better. That's 2 people's lives that are going to be changed if you stick with this. I think one of the best things you can do is find peak gym hours. Now, if you go on Google and you Google your gym and you find, what time that people most likely go there, take those off hours, take the, 9 or 10 o'clock at night, take the, 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, get it in when you can get it in. But, there's going to be days where it's super packed and maybe you don't want to deal with that. And I think it's important to find when is your comfort zone and then slowly introduce yourself to when everyone is there, when, you can deal with it a little bit more. I think one of the first things that really helps people with Gymtimidation is writing your workouts down. If you have your phone on you, just note down everything you want to get done today, and then once you're done, leave. Like, it's not super important that you go above and beyond every single day. And for those first few weeks, worry about the basics. It's not important to stay 3 or 4 hours in there the first few weeks. You're not doing anything for yourself. It's gonna make it worse when you come back. So worry about yourself, take your time and focus on what you're doing. Everyone else in the gym is focused on the exact same thing, what they're doing. So take that in mind and don't worry about yourself. All right, tip number 2 is, your progress to expect. Progress to expect is a big thing. I've seen this recent chart going around, and I hope you guys don't see it, that you can gain 25 pounds of muscle within your first year. That's not gonna happen. Unless you have freak genetics or, you're bulking to a crazy extent, even that might not even be useful. It's not gonna happen. Don't expect it. Most people usually actually only gain 8 to 15 pounds in the first year of pure muscle, lean muscle. I was lucky. From what I found, I gained about 20 to 22 pounds of muscle within the first year, but I was on a heavy bulk, and I started at 120 pounds and I'm up to 220 pounds. I gained 100 pounds a year, and that came with a lot of fat, but I'm a strong man. This is what I do. And, that works for me. That's perfectly fine if I gain that amount of fat. Expect small changes in the first few weeks. These first few weeks are important to just, get the work done and be happy with where you're at. You're gonna see small stuff. Maybe your biceps look bigger. Maybe your back looks a little bit nicer. Whatever it is, you're gonna see small changes, but big changes don't usually happen until 3 to 6 months. Now, in that 3 to 6 months, you'll probably start to see bigger chest, bigger biceps, bigger back. You're gonna see wider lats. If you put in the correct amount of work, you're gonna see all the important things start to blow up, start to get bigger, start to get more defined. If you're cutting, you're gonna see that, like, oh, I've lost 20 or 30 pounds of fat. If you're bulking, I've gained a lot of muscle, and I've gained a little bit of fat, but that's fine. And I don't want anybody to ever expect to just walk into the gym and walk out with your lats flared out and you can't fit through the door. That's not gonna happen. That's 6 to 8 years down the road, maybe. And you're gonna see people in the first year that have taken PEDs and blew up, gained 30 or 40 pounds of muscle. That's not what you can expect though. That's not gonna happen. Number 3, we've got equipment. Perfectly normal basic equipment is super important. Now, I currently use a 13mm lever belt. It was a little more on the expensive side, but not super expensive. But for now, you just need a small cloth belt, something $40, $50, that'll get you through your workouts. Some other safety items include knee sleeves. Now, I do find knee sleeves really important for squatting. Even if you're a beginner, it really protects your knee. I haven't had any knee pain because I started wearing these really early, and I'm up to a 545-pound squat because I protect my knees and I take care of them. And I put that worry and concern into that small stuff as well. And I think you need to always focus on safety first and then the lift. I think next thing is some kind of shaker bottle. It doesn't have to be a crazy Helix. It doesn't have to be $20, $30. It can be $10 from GNC. And I think what goes along with that is supplements. Now, I think some low-level supplements include Redcon. There will be a link in my bio for 20% off when you go there. I think it's really important to find some kind of pre-workout, something that will give you a little more energy. This is peach iced tea. Kind of tastes like peach rings. I wouldn't recommend this stuff to you guys if I didn't really like the brands. Primal Lifting that has made this belt has been a great supporter of me. They give you 5% off. I'll put that link in bio as well. They've been a great supporter, and they've really helped me through. And I've been using their stuff long before I ever contacted them. And I think you need to check them out. All right, guys, next, what to focus on. Focus on, one, finding a workout program that fits what you want. If you want to be a bodybuilder, don't find a powerlifter program. That's stupid. You don't want to find a powerlifter program for being a strongman or calisthenics. Find that program that fits you, and you don't have to pay for a program. There's people out there that can waste their money on that stuff, but it doesn't really matter. You can find free workout programs that are really good. If you're beginning as a powerlifter, Candido program is a fantastic program. If you're a bodybuilder, I don't know that many programs for them because I wasn't a bodybuilder for very long, but find something that works for you and find something that's free. If you don't like one of the workouts in that program, you can change it too. Nobody's gonna come knocking on your door like the police and be like, yo, you changed the Candido program, what's up? It's free to change, don't worry about it. I think the next thing you need to focus on is form. Form is the building blocks of strength. I took a month to work on my squat form and upped at 50 pounds. It's these small little minute details that really add up. Work on your form, work on your mobility. Experiment with new exercises that you think will work for you. These small, minute details that you don't think are that big of a deal are gonna make a big difference. And I think the next thing you need to worry about is, your flexibility. Your warm-up routine and your cool-down routine are going to make a big difference. Find a warm-up routine that works for whatever day you're working out. Find a mobility routine for your shoulders if you're working out your shoulders, and kind of stretch them out, get them ready to go, get some blood flowing. If you're taking a leg day, you need to worry about not ripping anything, not tearing anything, and that probably won't happen unless you're going really heavy or using horribly bad form, but it's still something to keep in mind. Next thing you're going to want to find is a diet. I hate using that word because a lot of people think of these crash diets, keto, cutting down 30 pounds in 1 month, that kind of thing. That's not going to happen. You're not going to stick to a workout program where you have to worry about what you're eating every single second of the day. You're not going onto a stage in 3 weeks. You're not a month out from a strongman competition. You're starting out and you're brand new, you're fresh. It doesn't matter as much. And I think that's important to know, that if you find a crash diet, something that, works short term, but, takes away all access to good foods that you enjoy, you're not going to stick to it. Find something you can stick to, find something that you can enjoy. If you're bulking, find a program that, is really calorie dense and you don't have to eat a ton of food. Volume versus calorie density is a big difference, and that's something you should look at. And I think the final thing is, keep to a schedule, keep that don't find a program that's 6 days a week if you can only go 5 days. If you need to change your schedule around, just keep to whatever you've been doing. If you're doing 5 days a week, you got to stick with it. Don't be skipping out on gym just because you don't want to that day, or because it's not as important to you that day. Every day is building blocks. Every day is getting a little bit stronger. Every day is getting a little bit more mobile. Whatever it is, if you're getting closer to a full setup, if you're getting closer to a full pull-up or a chin-up or a muscle-up, whatever it is, it's an important thing to go in on that day and be like, all right, well, I still need to get this stuff done even if I don't feel like it. Next thing you need to worry about is focusing on what you want to be. If you want to be a power lifter, if you want to be a strongman, if you want to be a bodybuilder, these things are important to find. You need to find what makes you happy and what you can enjoy, or you're not going to enjoy being in the gym. If you just want to get a little bit stronger, that's okay. If you just want to get a little bit bigger, that's okay. But find something you enjoy. Don't force yourself into calisthenics because you hate it. If you want big legs, don't worry about calisthenics. My point is, you have to find something that's enjoyable for you. Personally, I started out as a bodybuilder, and for those first few weeks, I hated it. And, I decided against it. So I became a powerlifter, and I was introduced into the powerlifting scene. And I think that made a big difference in my strength for strongman, but eventually I chose strongman because it's what I enjoyed the most out of these three things. And, being a powerlifter built blocks for me, but it wasn't what I enjoyed, and I wasn't going to stick to it forever. I think the other thing you need to worry about is find a gym that's, focused on you. After those first 3 to 6 months, find a gym that is bodybuilder oriented. Find a gym that's powerlifter oriented. Whatever it is, if you want to do calisthenics, find a group that's dedicated to that, where you can go and be with people that are like-minded and can help you out with your form, help you with your squat, whatever it is. I started in a powerlifting gym that introduced me to strongman, and they helped me so much with everything I needed. Knee wraps, equipment variations, everything that I needed to know. They had answers for me because they'd already done this for so many years. And, I think every day, at the end of the day, you need to find something that takes you out of your comfort zone. And for these first few weeks, that's going to be the gym. And you need to take a second and really enjoy it. Now, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. It really helps me grow the channel. If you want to see more, there's some videos down below that you can see. I'll be posting probably 3 times a week on YouTube. And focus on yourself, guys, and enjoy your day.